Hi, welcome back to Nails and Yap. So today I'm joined by India. Hi.
Hello.
It's so nice to have her. So I'm sure most of you know who India is, but if you haven't, she's big on TikTok. She's a local Manchester tech. And we're going to talk about a bit of everything today. So how are you? Thank you for joining.
Good. Yeah, thank you.
What have you been up to? How's life?
It's been a crazy week, but I on Friday was at a charity event actually, and I donated a set of nails, and it was really cute because I actually got to see like the raffle winner. I mean, we haven't reached
Oh, that's
yet,
cute.
but I really hope we do.
So you gave it as a prize?
Yeah, so it's my mum's friend. Her mum has just been diagnosed with dementia, which is really sad. So it was like a charity afternoon tea to like raise money for that, and they raised over £10,000, which is really cute.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Yeah. It was really
grand,
nice.
wow.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Bougie attendees.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't need a free set of nails.
Yeah, no, I should have handed out my business card.
I know, that's it.
Yeah, it was really lovely. It was a really lovely day.
I have just been binge watching The Girlfriend this week. Have you seen it?
Oh my god, no, but all my clients
It's
keep
really,
going on
it's
about
really
it.
good. It's like a bit silly in that you're like, why would you do that? Or why would the person say that? Or why would that happen? But
Yeah.
I feel like thrillers always are, aren't they? Because
Yeah.
all of the problems could be solved by going to the police. But then they'd be on TV
Or just like
shows.
not answering the phone or not unlocking your back
we
door.
have a radio here. Yeah, all that, yeah. Like dog let the serial killer into your house.
Literally, yeah. It's pretty standard.
But I watched it all in one day.
I'm on maths.
Yes, I am. What are you thinking of with this show? How are you finding it?
You know what? It's drama filled.
It is, but then I'm finding it really slow. I feel like it's kind of boring this
Oh
show.
no, oh god, I'm enjoying it.
Only because I don't like how they literally seem to be, they sort of go, oh, here's what happened yesterday, and then before each break it's like, here's what's happening after the break, and then when the break ends it's like, here's what's about to happen, here's what just happened before the break, and I'm like, we've seen this, you've filmed them for like 8 weeks, there must be more content than this.
Oh no, I love it. I literally love it. I can't stop at the moment watching it.
Obviously I've got loads to chat about today, so let's get stuck into it. But first, what are we doing on your nails? Well, I know what we're doing overlay wise. So we are doing
Builder gel.
a builder gel. So I'm putting on Nail Order's Angel in the shade Cherub.
I love that you call it Angel because I always call it Angel.
No, I think it's Angel
It
because then it's
probably is,
Angel and
yeah.
it's got like the halo and stuff. I think it's like, yeah.
But I literally always
Loads of
call it
people
Angel.
do. Loads of people are like, what's it called? But I'm pretty. Do you know, I haven't had it confirmed from them, so I could be just wildly confident for no reason.
Yeah, it's Elim. I did the course for that, but it's Elim.
Yeah, I always call it Ian.
I always call it Elim, but it's Elim because they're South African. I won't butcher a South African accent.
It just looks like it should be Ellen.
Yeah, so.
How are you finding that? Have you been enjoying doing them?
I really love it. I love it as a service, and I think anyone who knows me, you've already said this to me anyway, that you think I'm a weirdo for how much I like doing like people's feet and toes.
No, I don't think you're a weirdo. I respect it. I respect it. No, do you know what? It's the fungus that scares me.
Yeah.
If someone arrives with nail fungus and I'm like, I can't do you, and then they shout me.
Yeah, I mean,
It feels riskier than doing hands.
Well, when I did the course, they talk about like the consultation form, and like you can basically kind of ask certain questions that don't relate straight to a fungal infection, but if they have like more than one of them together, like say they've got really cracked heels or the heels are bleeding, then you know that you can't do the service on them because you've got to put like a chemical tonic in open wounds, which is really not ideal. Really,
I'm just imagining that already stink.
Yeah, it would be so painful. But then if they've got like, say, discoloured toenails and then something else, then you can be like, okay, like an itchy foot or something and dry skin. And you're probably going to be more looking at like a, athlete's foot, which is a type of fungal infection of the skin. So it's
I feel like we're already talking about feet here.
Yeah, we might as well just go on to feet. And welcoming our first topic, toes.
Feet.
Yeah. God bless them. So you can kind of weed out those clients by doing your consultation form and getting, if you have more than one answer to all these problems. If you've got one on its own, like if you've got like a yellow toenail, it might be yellow because of the staining from regular polish.
Yeah.
and then there's no need to fret. But if you've got that and like crumbling toenails, then you're probably looking at a fungal toenail. And when they book, you put on the consultation form, your appointment on the day might be cancelled. Does this have a low heat mode, by the way?
Yeah, it's a bit spicy.
Yeah, no, not already, but I am just, my nails are pathetic, so we'll start off strong.
So we are putting on nail orders Angel in the shade Cherub. I just picked this shade for you, by the way, because we're covering it up, aren't we? So, and then on 3 nails, I've also popped an extension on there, which I keep saying, and I don't know if nail order are going to watch this, doubt it, but if you do, I need gel colours to match the builder gels, so that then when I do a repair with an extension, I can make them all look the same. But it doesn't matter today because we're actually covering it up anyway.
We're going festive. We're going sparkle.
Yeah.
It is November now, so...
Do you go all out decorating the cabin for Christmas then?
I do. I have like a big wreath that goes, well, not like a wreath, like a garland, I guess.
Oh, cute.
That goes like all around the top of the, I call it a shed. Everyone's always like, you shouldn't call it a shed, call it a studio, but she is a shed and I love her.
No, I feel like she's a bougie shed.
She's a posh shed.
She's not like a,
she's a
like
shed with windows.
Like, she's a shed with
you know? She's a nice shed. She stays warm kind of shed. And see, I put like a big like garland up. I put baubles in the garland and like fairy lights, and I've got a little frosted Christmas tree. I even bought us in Bent's a couple of weeks ago, and he's already out because adorable. He's this tiny squirrel with a scarf in a snow globe. £10. Absolute bargain. So he lives in there now. I've got loads of Christmas jelly cats because all my clients love to buy me jelly cats at Christmas, which is the sweetest thing ever. Yeah.
Liv, who was on the podcast, she had the same. Her clients buying me jelly cats. I don't own a jelly cat. I'm waiting for one of my clients to buy me one.
I'm gonna buy you one.
Someone got me last year, which I need to book and go to before it runs out. A voucher for Gotham Hotel for afternoon tea. How cute is that? That's sick.
Yeah, that's lovely. Some clients I'll like have a rant to and be like, I hate Prosecco. Controversial take. I think Prosecco is a really bad gift. You don't know if someone drinks. You don't know if someone has problems with alcohol. And then on top of that, if you're like me and really fussy, you won't drink it. Luckily, I've got a goblin of a sister who loves Prosecco, so she will drink whatever Prosecco gets donated to me. So
yeah, my mum's works in school and she always gets a lot of gin and she doesn't drink gin, but then that always sorts me and my sister out for Christmas.
Because I love gin.
Not this year because she's having a baby, so she's going to be...
It's all for you.
She's going to be on the... I don't even know if there's non-alcoholic gin, but I feel like that would be horrendous.
Yeah. Apparently it's quite nice. I think one thing that people don't talk about enough is 0% alcohol.
Do you know what? I'd just rather have a nice soft drink though. Like, I don't like alcohol enough to have 0%. Get me the Elder 4 Spritz from M&S. Fab, so let's roll the intro and we'll get into it because I feel like we are at danger of going super off topic, which I'm here for. I love a chat, but we could talk for 4 hours. So let's roll the intro and go for it.
Welcome to Nails and Yap, the podcast where I do people's nails and we have a good old natter. I'm Laura, I'm a nail tech, and after years of hearing the funniest, deepest and most random chats, I thought, why not turn it into a podcast? Whether you're a fellow nail tech, a client who loves a good catch-up, or someone who's just nosy about the beauty world, you're in the right place.
So obviously for anyone who knows India, you'll know she puts on events, she's all over TikTok, she's like out there doing a thing, and we actually met through one of your events, which was really fun. I think that was like nearly a year ago, wasn't it?
I always forget that's how we met.
Yeah.
Like it feels like we just known each other forever.
We just knew each other.
Yeah.
No, it was actually your event in Altrincham with the Manchester Nail Tech Network. So do you want to tell everybody a little bit about like your events, how you got into them, what inspired them?
The main thing was I just wanted to build like a community. Like I don't know about you, but I hate like an online community, which is, hate is a strong word I guess, but it's because I don't do well with like messaging people and replying to comments and stuff. Like I try to stay off my phone as much as possible, but with this job you kind of have to be online, especially when you do work for yourself. That's the only real way that you kind of have that interaction with someone who's like-minded, like in the same role and experiences the same problems. So I kind of wanted to create that, but like in person, where we could like just meet up regularly and like grab a coffee or go out for a drink or, you know, do each other's nails or like experiences like this. Like, you know, it makes you finding another person a little bit easier for your podcast because you already know me.
Yeah.
So that was the main like reason, is I just want like actual in-person friends who like understand the same vibe as me.
Yeah, I think with nails, like I've said this before on the podcast, people get it get it. And I think even if you're someone who goes and gets your nails done, or your friends in nails, like, you don't understand the job until you've done it at all, and it's so cool to have people who get it.
And there's loads of other nail techs who do it, but the thing for me is I don't excel, like I say, online. I post a little video and I forget about it. I tootle on with my life. I guess it seems counterintuitive that I'm saying that, and I love to post TikToks and stuff, but then I actually don't like to like engage online. Like, it makes no sense, but I don't find that I come across the best way on like a comment or something, and it's a lot. So I think I just wanted to bring it offline and create something. And to be fair, I struggled with those events, and we only did a few in the end, didn't we? And we like did our own little Christmas do and stuff last year, and we went out for a few drinks, which that kind of connection was so worth it. But I think a lot of people really struggle with like putting themselves out there and going to the first event.
Yeah.
And I guess my opinion on that is twofold, and I guess could be controversial, because I'm like, you just have to grab life by the balls and buckle up and be like, this fucking terrifies me, but I'm doing it. And then the other side is obviously this is too much and it's too out of my comfort zone. There's both, and I understand both.
When I had Sasha on, we were talking about that, and we were sort of saying like, what would our advice be for people who wanted to attend events? And we were saying it's a bit like, you know, when someone's feeling really down and you go, oh, go for a walk, have a bath. But our advice for nail techs who were struggling to work up the courage to go to events was like, you just have to do it. And I know that seems so like, it's almost too straightforward, and it's not really a piece of advice, but it kind of is, isn't it? You just sort of have to do it.
If you're not ready, then you're not ready.
Yeah.
And that's also fine, but I think you're never going to be ready unless you pop your little toe out.
Yeah, and that's why I loved your event, because that felt like a little toe dip for me. I'd never gone to a brand event, even though I'd used Horno for like a good couple of years at that point, and I'd still never been to an event because I was too scared to go by myself. I just didn't feel ready. And then I made it a goal for last year to go to a nail event, and it got to sort of September, October. I still hadn't gone to one. I was thinking Christmas is going to be here, we're going to be looking at 2025 goals before we know it. I've still not bloody gone to a nail event. And then yours actually came up, and it was for like the next day, and it was local, and it was like more of a sit down event. It was more talky, it wasn't like going to a big party. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. And I think I just clicked book and bought a ticket before I even had chance to talk myself out of it. I didn't ask, like, because I had other nail techs in the salon who I work with, and I didn't ask them if they wanted to come or anything, because I thought, as soon as I think about this, I'm going to back out. I need to just go. And I loved that, like, you kind of got there and it was sit down and we could just chat a bit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Well, I think that's the thing, is the more you think about it, the worse you're going to feel. And saying all of this and like trying to organise it all, and I think a lot of people see online that I'm this really confident, outgoing person, and I want to meet new people and this kind of stuff, but actually that fucking terrifies the shit out of me. I was diagnosed with autism in December, so I actually, well, being a neurodivergent queen, really struggled with social cues, meeting new people, even holding eye contact. And the one thing that's helped me in the past few years is not being as anxious, which, like you say, is that kind of idea of, oh, if you're depressed, go for a walk, hug a puppy. Do you know, like it? Like, yeah, obviously it's going to make me feel a little bit bad, but it's not going to get rid of the depression. But I am the most anxious person. If you know me, you would know that I literally am scared of life. I'm scared of doing anything and everything. Yeah. And so the idea of me going out and like hosting events on my own and pushing myself out there, I even started going to the cinema on my own. That was something I did like 18 months ago, and I would go to the cinema on my own. And I remember the first time I went, it was at the Trafford Centre. I was in the line, and I genuinely thought about turning back whilst ordering my popcorn. I stood there and I was like, everyone knows I'm alone, and I'm this sad going to watch a movie on my own, and I have no mates. Literally, all of this is lies. Yeah. No one gives a fuck. I have loads of friends. Yeah, and I'm doing something for myself, and I'm going to watch, I don't even know what it was, but I've seen so many films now on my own. I've gone to concerts on my own. I try and push myself out there. It doesn't mean every time I'm voice noting my sister going, hey, I'm terrified right now. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Like, I'm asking her, I literally said to you before, she's my business partner, and the girl does not get paid.
So, kind of the inspiration for initially doing your events was to build that community, kind of get it off comments on TikTok and DMs and get it in real life. I so relate to that, because even with friends, I'm like, I don't text my friends very often. I'm like, let's arrange a meet up. I want to see you and I want to talk about anything and everything under the sun. I don't want to text. So I completely get that. And obviously you achieved that. So you created the Nail Tech Network locally.
Yeah, I don't even use that page anymore. Because that's the thing is, I also find like trying to run multiple Instagram accounts and then a business account on TikTok is way too much.
It's a lot.
So yeah, I've kind of parked that. And ideally the goal would be to create regular events, whether that's, you know, annually, you know, quarterly, whatever.
So what goes into the planning of events behind the scenes? Because I think we've all seen like the fun content and the fun kind of, it was lovely to meet each other at the events and stories. And I know recently Nail Order had their event and I didn't go, and I had the biggest FOMO and I really kicked myself for not buying a ticket. I underestimated Nail Order. I didn't think they'd sell out so quickly.
Really?
And I didn't get a ticket and I was like, I'll get it next month. And they were gone within like a couple of days. So I didn't end up going. I had the biggest FOMO. And obviously I was watching from afar all these stories of girls who like meeting for the first time, had built up a friendship online, and it looked so fun, and there was partying and there was like talks and could see new products, and that all looked amazing. But obviously before that, a lot of work has gone into making that happen. So do you want to shed a little bit of insight into the behind the scenes of putting on an event?
The main thing is like taking that risk and putting down non-refundable deposits and organising with a venue of like, what time can I come, is this date free, and then what they can provide to you, and then organising a photographer at the Christmas party that we'll get onto. I've even reached out to like a TikToker who has like a content creation studio in Manchester, and her friend are going to come and take videos all night. And
I love that.
There's like so much to actually think about, and I'm doing like a charity raffle, so I've been reaching out to brands and trying to, you know, just see who and how people can help in whatever way to just make it a real like, I don't know, just like a really fun big event.
Who do you look to for support when you're going, I want to put on an event, how do I make this happen?
Yeah.
Where do you even start? How does that look?
My biggest inspiration was Maisie Jackson. She's on TikTok, she's a big Hona girly as well. And I just reached out to her, and she does this thing called a Nail Tech Natter, where you literally book in and just ask her any questions. And that was my big question of, how did you do your events? Like trying to poach as much information from her whilst also keeping both of our events unique to ourselves. And so she was a really good help and just kind of cleared up some of, you know, like stuff like that is like kind of common sense, like, yeah, this is how you do it. But then I think when you think like that, you can kind of get in your own head and be like, oh, actually, is it as simple as that? Is it as simple as reaching out to brands and just asking them? Is it as simple as just putting a deposit down and then saying this is the price of the tickets? So yeah, she was a massive help, and I actually going to her, I think she calls them soirees, which
it's such a posh word, isn't it? A soiree. Like, I'm not going to a party.
Yeah, I'm just soiree. So yeah, no, I love it. So I'm going to her soiree at the end of November, so I'll be really excited. That's in York, and I'm making a weekend out of it. I'm gonna go to the Christmas markets whilst I'm up there, and then obviously stay over the night where she's got her party, because I will have a few drinks, because believe it or not, I will also be nervous to go to an event that's not my own. Fuck me, I'll be nervous to go to my own event. I'll literally be like what's the saying about like it's shaking like a shitting dog?
Shitting dog, yeah. It's a saying, but it doesn't sound right.
No, but I will.
Do dogs even shake when they shit?
My dog does.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he's a little weirdo. His tail.
He inspired the saying.
Yeah, he did. It's actually just my dog shaking like Alfie when he has a poo, bless him.
No, I get that though. Like even if you put events on yourself, like you're still just a normal person who's like, this is scary to go to an event now.
Yeah, I will be terrified, but I'm gonna do it because I love to challenge myself, and I've never gone to an event and regretted it.
Yeah, that is such a big that's profound.
Yeah, that is it.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think it's good that you get scared to attend events, because then when you're planning events, you can kind of look from an attendee's perspective and be like, what would make me feel better about going to an event? And like you said, meet up with someone for a coffee if they want to beforehand, so they at least know me. Like, if you hadn't have gone to so many events and been nervous, you wouldn't have that experience to know that either.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've kind of come at, like the angle with from my event as someone who's autistic, and find, really loud environments. I don't even like really, to be honest, going to big loud bars with my mates when I have to catch up with them because I can't hear you. And I can't think, and then there's loads of people around me and I'm overwhelmed, I'm overstimulated, and before I know it, I've gone in on myself and no one's having a good time around me because I'm being an autistic little, I didn't say weirdo, but I'm the weirdo, not the fact that I'm autistic.
We are inclusive brand.
We are inclusive. But yeah, I think that's like the main thing. For my event, there's going to be an arrival hour where the music's going to be quieter, the lights are going to be louder, you're going to be able to chat to people. Just like so much more relaxed. And then you can have a few drinks, chat, I'll be doing the rounds, I'll be gobbing off, I'm absolutely sure of it. And that is, because it's from my experiences, that's what I'd rather. It's like a minute to just settle in, chat to everyone, get a drink, the lights are still on, I'm not tripping over yet. I mean, whenever I've done anything alone, this is completely off topic, I went to a singles mixer once and I walked straight in, went straight to the bar, got a drink and then turned around and everyone was sat down and there was just this group of 3 girls sat on a 4 table and I just went over and went, can I sit with you lot? And they were like, yeah, of course, and I sat down and literally within 2 minutes realised that none of them knew each other and they all had just met that night, but I thought they were all friends.
Yeah.
And then you think about it more, none of them were wearing the same kind of outfit, because usually your mates wear similar things and you always do like, oh, what are you wearing tonight, blah, blah, blah. And they weren't wearing the same things and they just like literally not a single part of it was kind of like, they already knew each other, but in your brain, like whilst I was stood at that bar, I thought, God, everyone's friends with each other, they've all come together. Who's coming together for a singles mixer? Awesome. No one.
Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what's happening at the December event? Because I know we've touched on it a few times, but let's get into it because it's very exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's on the 7th of December. 7th of December. It's a Sunday because obviously most nail techs have a Monday off. That's just how it goes. And it's at Revolution on Oxford Road in the city centre, the upstairs bit. Yeah, the main kind of thing, like especially within your ticket, there's a welcome drink, a free drink whilst you're there from the bar. There's like going to be Christmas canapes, a big charity raffle which is supporting the National Autistic Society, obviously autistic. And I've got so many brands that have said yes, which is crazy. Elim, Nabovi, Hona, Nail Order, they've all said that they'll donate, so I need to get all that kind of together and posted. Yeah, goodie bags, which would be really fun to put together as well. Photographer, content creator, like you won't even need to really touch your phone because it's just going to be recorded for you.
I always go to things like that. I'm like, I'm going to get content, I'm going to post about this tomorrow, and then I just never do because I'm having a good time. So yeah, to have that to off your hands is ideal.
Absolutely. So it's just going to be really fun.
Are you going to do a speech?
Fuck no. Absolutely not. They were like, oh, you can use a microphone now, and I was like, me on a microphone, unsure if I
How are you doing the microphone then?
Yeah, I am going to have to, but I'm not going to do a speech.
I thought you were going to say like, yeah, my brother's doing that or something.
Everyone would love that.
I've brought someone in for that.
Everyone would love that. Everyone fucking loves them, don't they?
Yeah, my friend actually sent me a video of your brother's nails. Like, male friend who doesn't get his nails done, doesn't really know much about nails, sent me a video of your brother's nails and was like, look at this.
Yeah,
and I was like, I know her.
Nearly like 2 mil views combined on his videos. It's
love that.
ridiculous. Yeah. Something like that.
Will he be coming to the party?
Fuck no.
Not invited.
NFI, not flipping invited. Yeah, no, it'll be really fun and I'm really excited for
meeting everyone and mingling. Yeah, no, it sounds great. And tickets are on sale now, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, they're on Eventbrite. And they will be in any of my social media pages linked in the bio.
Perfect.
Please buy a ticket. Thank you.
Please do, because I want to meet some people as well. Because I didn't get to go to the Nail Order event and I want to come to more parties and meet more people and have fun and do you know what I love about events is putting names to faces and faces to names.
And actually meet them. But this is my point is you're posting all about your nails and I don't really know anything about you as a person, and then we're trying to create this bond, and again maybe it's the tism or whatever, but I need to know what are you scared of? Do you believe in aliens? Like, what's your dog called? Like, do you have any siblings? Like, I need to know things about you. You know, are you a dog or a cat person? I need to suss you out.
Yeah, I do believe in aliens because I think it would be very arrogant of the humans to think we're the smartest thing and the only thing out there with how big the universe is. Obviously there's something probably well smarter than us. We're probably in the same, I keep thinking about this a lot. But then the other day I was like, if we were living in a simulation, would they make it so you needed to like have a wee, or would it just like evaporate?
Yeah.
Because like needing a wee is kind of inconvenient to your whole day. So like I feel like if we were fully designed, we'd just evaporate the waste out of us instead. Anyway, that took a turn. Shall we talk about feet?
I like that. I do. I really enjoy that. I've never heard that conspiracy before.
I don't even know it's a conspiracy. It's just things I think about in the car.
Theory, yeah, it's a theory. I enjoy that. Yeah, we can talk about toes.
Let's talk about toes. So I know you're doing a course at the minute about feet, which is super interesting. So why did you decide to get into that? Talk to me about all that.
In all honesty, it's again multifaceted. The training in the UK for nail techs, piss poor.
Yeah.
The regulations for nail techs, even worse.
Yep.
And then there's so much that nail techs get thrown with that they have no information around. And there's a real gap between going to a podiatrist who is really medical and is only thinking about the treatment and just treatment only, and then going to a nail tech and they're just covering whatever because they don't recognise it, or they don't even realise that there's a problem with the foot. They're just like, oh yeah, my toenail does that.
I feel very out of depth with toes. I want to learn more because of that exact reason. There's such a gap, isn't there?
There's a massive gap, and it's like the podiatrists only care about, like I say, the treatment, and they don't care about the aesthetics. And it matters so much more than the aesthetics. And I could go on about like allergies and stuff and what doctors have said to my clients of, oh, just take your nails off. No. Don't piss me off. It is literally, it's so much more than just having your nails done and having your big toenail, you know, a nice square shape. Yeah. Because you're going to go on holiday and you're going to have your flip-flops on, you're going to feel insecure about your toes. And then
it's a massive source of confidence for women especially. I think even men as well, though. I've heard men speak about it before, but for women especially, like wearing sandals in the summer, wearing heels in the winter, like well, you wear heels anytime you get, but do you know what I mean? Like it is massive, isn't it? It's not just a toenail. It's
it is. It's the self-care, it's the confidence. I've had people who have come as like model sets and then they've stuck with me for literally till this day because they're like, I don't feel put together anymore without nails. Like they make me, they make me feel cleaner, they make me feel neater, they make me feel more powerful. It's so much more than just, a pretty sparkly colour on your nails. It's like part of your identity. So I feel like when you go to a podiatrist and they cut your ingrown toenail out and they leave you like that, great, what the fuck do I do with it now? Yeah. And then they're going to go to a nail tech who is using a toenail reconstruction gel and they're throwing that on the skin and they don't realise the implications of that being on the skin. When you look at the SDS online, it says do not put on skin, which is a hot controversial take as well. But it's all these pockets of information, and I, not to sound like the world's biggest dick, I know them all, and I've just had this vision, a eureka moment if you will, of feet, of like I should combine it all and bridge that gap. I mean, there's people that do it. I went on my Elam training course and the lady who did that, she's a foot health practitioner. So she does a mixture of that and then the nice pedicures. I'm not the only person out there doing it. I'm not changing the world.
But I think it's a really good niche to have, like you said, because you already do the nails anyway and you're doing pedicures anyway, so why not learn more about them and do them properly?
Yeah. And the thing is, I was looking online for ages for a pedicure course that just told me a little bit more, and there isn't anything. My training background is, you know, the odd 3-day course here and there for different brands and whatnot, and I didn't go to college, I didn't learn how to do like the luxury pedicure, the big soak, the scrub and everything, and so I was looking online for a pedicure course just, you know, to learn more, and I think I spent 25 quid on a pedicure course just to make sure that I'm, you know, certified to do it. And it was so, minimal. And that's not a fault for the person who did the course. It's the fact that they can sell that and it be accredited and that's legal. Whether or not that should be, I don't think so. But
I feel like I need a whole nother topic on like education within the UK and standards. I've touched on it in some episodes, but there's a whole, that's a whole nother.
It is,
what's it called? Can of worms.
Yeah,
and there's a bucket of worms. I feel like it is a bucket. It's bigger than a can, isn't it? It's a cauldron of worms.
Yeah, a sinkhole in the fucking ground. It's massive. But that's the main thing. And I had a new client come in a couple of weeks ago, and she said that she had an ingrown toenail removed on the NHS by a podiatrist. They'd botched it, had never grown back, so then she went to a private podiatrist who does the toenail reconstruction. And she said, no hate to this podiatrist, but the nail is really lumpy. So every time she paints it, she's like, oh, I hate it because it looks awful. And her toenail doesn't grow much, so she's not had to go back and have it redone. So it's that toss-up of going to someone who has the experience of how to make a gel nail look pretty, and then the experience of someone with the knowledge of podiatry. And again, I'm not a podiatrist, but that, you know, she's gone to uni for years and she has a podiatry degree to be called a podiatrist. She'll be a member of God knows how many different little memberships and regulated by different bodies. But you then give her a gel product, she can't use it.
Yeah, she's coming at it from such a different angle, isn't
because
she?
it's about the treatment, it's the medical side, it's not the aesthetic of, oh, this is a lovely, you know, nice French tip toe. Like, I want clients to come to me and go, I've had this ingrown toenail for a while, but I'm going on holiday next week. So I'll say, right, look, we'll remove it, we're going to reconstruct it, and I want you back in for 2 weeks, we're going to take it off, and we're going to create a treatment plan. Whether or not they come back, no skin off my back. Do you know what I mean? If they're going to listen to me, they are. If they're not, they're not. But it's a way to return clients as well. But you can get both. You can get it treated, and you can look nice, and you can have your confidence back. That's what it should be about. That's what all treatment should be about, in my humble opinion.
I think pedicures as well are quite unique in that a lot of private nail techs aren't doing pedicures, so people are going to walk-ins, but then they're not valuing the health, and you know, potentially if the non-standard salons, some of the products being used aren't healthy. And I can't remember how I got onto that. I think with pedicures, you've sort of, like you say, you've got this big gap in the market that you want to bridge between the medical and the aesthetic. But I think also if you're someone who's going to a walk-in, they're not going to be asking you, setting up a treatment journey with you and asking kind of what are your long-term goals. They're just there to do you, get you in and out as quick as possible, off your pop. They don't care about the longer term
and I find, you know what, this also might be controversial, I find podiatrists are quite like that.
Right.
I find that they just want to treat it, like I've gone for podiatry appointments and I've been like, oh, you know, I've got this bit of hard skin on my foot that never goes away, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll just take it off or whatever, and I pay like 40-50 quid for a foot health assessment, and then I go on my way. It's never, oh, you need this or you need this, and it's some people can't afford maintenance as well, for one. It is a luxury to be like, oh, I want baby soft feet all the time and I want my toes painted. That is also another thing that needs to be considered, but it is a luxury to go back and have this treatment plan and someone who cares about it and wants that built up journey with you, with that kind of connection you already have with your nail tech. All my clients come to me and they go, one of my big toes is gammy, or you'd love to see my feet because this is fucked, or I danced when I was younger, so my toenails have never grown properly, or I don't have a pinky toenail, or whatever it is. And we already have that connection, so they'll be more likely to feel comfortable to get their feet out for me. They know that they're going to have to come back anyway to have the nails done, and I'm going to ask them, how's your toe getting on? And it's that kind of thing of like, you've already got that rapport with them and that connection. I just feel like there is a space for that, and that's why it's a long course to do. It's like I've been doing it since March now, and I'll finish next January. So it's long to do it, but if you're really into it, then why not? But I do think there should even be a gap between what I am and as a nail tech. Stay tuned if I create a course myself. Who knows?
No, I love that, because I think there is such a massive gap, like you say. And for me, it's interesting that you said about your clients, so like you want to see my toes. My clients are the opposite. They kind of say, oh, I'll go elsewhere for my toes because I don't want you to see my toes because I know you. And I try and explain that genuinely, you could put a row of all my clients' faces whose toes I've ever done, and you could put their feet below and mingle the pictures up, and I could not match feet to faces. Could you? See, I couldn't match them, because when I'm looking at your toe, I'm going, do I need to push the cuticle back a bit more? Is that gel like close enough? Should I get it a little bit closer? Is that neat? Is that not? Is that filed straight? I'm not going, oh my god, that's a toe and it looks slightly wonky.
I couldn't give a shit, but I think I think doing this course has put, like, knowing, we were talking about this before, knowing your shit means people will trust in you. And so I think I've been like, oh, you know what, I fucking love getting all the hard skin off someone's foot, or I'm doing this foot health course and I've learned that you're gonna ask me what my fun fact is, so I'll give it you now. 25% of all your bones are in your feet. The other 25%, well, another 25% are all in your hands. So you have about 25 bones in one hand, one foot.
That is such a good fun fact.
I know.
I'm here
Crazy.
for that. That is a very good fun
fact.
fact. Can I just dive in with a different fun fact that I heard the other day? What? How sick is this? Right. So do you know what Costco? This is nothing to do with nails, by the way. Costco, you know their brand Kirkland?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you half facts, can't fully remember it. But basically, the brand Kirkland from Costco all their products that they sell is like bigger, like that brand is bigger than like the Coca-Cola company. Isn't that insane?
What, with like the sales that they have and stuff? Or just
like Kirkland. So you know how they do like
just Kirkland.
you know like they make like the cakes with them, you'd obviously get like hiking boots that are branded Kirkland.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you took it, it's its own brand, not even Costco itself.
Just
Kirkland is bigger than the Coca-Cola brand.
Man, I didn't know that.
That's insane, isn't it?
Another fun fact, snakes used to have legs.
What?
That's one of my
that's made up. I don't believe that.
No. The thing that classifies a snake is the jaw mechanism, because it opens, it separates for them to swallow things.
But then what's the difference between a snake and a lizard then?
I couldn't tell you. That wasn't my fun fact.
Wasn't what I was talking about.
Not relevant.
It's not a Q&A. Anyway, right back to feet. That is really interesting. So basically 50% of your bones are in your hands and your feet.
Really interesting. But
that is.
It's telling people, look, I know this information, or I know this, or I'm actually really interested and I want to learn more. You know, your toe would be a great case study for me. But some people are like, literally let me know when you start offering more services, because I want you to look at my feet and see what's wrong.
Yeah.
And a lot of my clients are like, oh, you don't need to see my toes, or they're still embarrassed. But I think that's also the kind of, that's the side of TikTok that I want to get into, and I want to post it more on social media to know that you shouldn't be ashamed because you've got a problem. You wouldn't be ashamed, I don't know, if you had a growth growing out of your neck, you'd go to the doctor.
Yeah.
If you had something wrong with your foot, it just seems to be more, I don't know, taboo for some reason. I'm like, just get your fucking dogs out, I couldn't care less.
People are worried about it, aren't they? And yeah, they really don't need to be. How has sort of learning about feet beyond the very, very basic pedicure courses that most nail techs do sort of change your perspective on kind of performing pedicures in the salon?
A lot of stuff that we're taught to do nail, like filing your nail across, apparently you shouldn't even do that. You should be using a diamond burr, which is like a type of drill bit.
Right, okay.
To just go slightly across, because it's so delicate, the actual attachment into the foot, like into the toe.
Oh wow, okay.
You taught one thing when you do a different thing, and then you taught something else when you do it as a nail tech, and I'm like, that's the gap that needs to be bridged. It should be science backed, not aesthetically what's backed. And I think that's the main difference. Like, you can still have the aesthetics, but it needs to be fit for purpose.
Because I view pedicures as kind of like doing hands but on your feet, but just a bit fiddly because you can't move the toes around as much as you can a finger. Whereas, is that a total misconception?
But I think that's what's difficult, is like, I'm still on this journey of learning. I haven't completely finished my course. I don't know everything by fact yet, but it is similar in terms of like painting your gel toes, but your feet are way more complex because you do way more with them. You're on your feet all the time. Reasons why you get your hard skin and stuff, and it's like, you just don't think about it as much. And there's more information about hands, because again, if you're coming at it from a nail tech point of view, the aesthetics, this is more aesthetic. The hands, they're what's out all the time. You don't need to touch your feet. You can always have your hands done, but you can always pop a trainer on. Like, that's like the difference. I feel like there's more information about what's wrong with your hands than what's wrong with your feet for nail techs.
So we talked about your event. We talked about feet. Let's talk about staff. That's a biggie. That's a new biggie in India's world, right?
Yeah.
Staff. What led you to becoming a boss?
Well,
what, why, when?
Yeah, great question. No, I think the main thing was I was faced with a crossroad of, I'm fully booked, which fully booked looks different for everyone, but I was working full-time hours in 4 days, and it spilled over. So I was working 5 days a week, doing silly hours, working 10:30 till 8:30, maybe 9 till 9 some days, and then doing that 5 days a week. I was literally
one track road to burnout, right?
Conked.
Yeah.
And so I said to myself, I either close my books and become exclusive and just keep trotting along as I am, or I hire someone to help me. And I am a people pleaser, and I hate to say no, so I wouldn't have said no to people. I would have kept my books open, and I would have eventually burnt out. And so to help myself, I was like, no, I need to get someone in. So I hosted little interviews, which was ridiculous. I have a little bunny sticker on the back of my laptop that made me laugh every time I opened it up, because I was like, and you know, this or a fucking bunny. And so, yeah, I'm so out.
I am a big boss girl.
I am an employee.
Ignore the bunny.
Yeah, don't mind her. She's just chilling. But yeah, it was mental, and I really ended up liking 2 girls because I was only after one, and I ended up hiring them both, and we've been at about a month or so now, and I mean, it's insane. Being an employer is, well, I've never done it before. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I wake up every day and I'm just bullshitting my way through.
Have you got bad imposter syndrome?
Definitely. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. That's really exciting for your business, and I love that you kind of like, I had this choice to either kind of not stagnate but just stay where I am, or I could look into other options. I think it's really interesting. So why the employment route over self-employed nail techs and like hiring out space instead?
Mostly just because of the space that I have, because I work from home. All the products are there, like I wouldn't need them to bring anything in, and I need them to help me with my diary, because one of the main reasons why I got them is when I do my foot health course, I'm away for 2 weeks down south, and it's back to back. I don't know about you, but whilst being self-employed, I've never taken longer than a week off, and that has nearly put me into the early grave every time. And literally, you're like, I won't stress myself out, and then the day before you go, you're doing a 12-hour day. For what? Yeah. Literally for what?
You're doing your own nails for your holiday at 4 a.m.
Literally for what?
Taxis going to the airport at 5. Love that.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not doing that, because I want to give my all to this course, because I want to slowly transition over to doing a blended type, not just nails. And so I was like, that also is another reason for me to get someone else to help, because then they can cover me. And what was the question?
Why employment over self-employed?
And so just having them come in, I pay them an hourly rate, and then they leave, was the easiest option. It's my clients that they're helping, it's my products that they're using, it just streamlined everything.
And training wise, you've been able to train them up kind of your way then, rather than them sort of...
Well, it's been difficult because I have still been working my full-time hours, and then they've both been in on days, so that literally leaves 1 day of the week left. So a bit silly goose move from me, but I've spent as much like one-to-one time with them as possible, and that has helped, because it's just, people pick up habits from all sorts of places, and I do things my way, and I am really particular. But that's one thing my clients really like about me, is that I do it my way, and it's my way only, and you get what you get every single time. So it's been difficult for me as an employer to put that on someone, because I don't want to micromanage, and then also don't want to be too lax. That's a weird balance.
Trying to find the balance. I think that's the kind of thing that you'll never, well, I don't know about you, but me personally, I would always be like, I don't know if I'd ever feel like I'd got it quite right.
I think I'll always feel a nickel. There'll always be something. But I am that type of person. I'm like my worst critic. So I'll always be like, God, was that the right thing to do? But I do think, again, firm believer in the universe, that you'll know what's right and what's wrong. And I think you have to do things to make a mistake. And that's why I do stuff. I just do it, and that's why I'm doing so many things at once, because I just do it and I don't think about it, and the consequences happen when they happen. And I do get in a bit of a tizzy every now about it, and you're like, oh gosh, this is a bit much, but majority of the time it's just you roll with it and see what happens.
So what's been the biggest lesson that you've learned so far since you took the girls on?
Legally, there's so much that you have to do, like having like a cost report. Everything in a nail salon is a chemical. All your gels, your alcohol, your acetone, fucking cuticle oils, everything. So I've had to do all of that. I've had to request SDS sheets if they're not online. So that's been a lot. And like sorting out payroll, like actually paying them, giving them a pay slip, making sure I'm doing it right, paying into a pension, paying tax. It's like you don't just send the money to them and they sort it out. You send their pay, and then you have to send the government what they need to pay, and then you have to pay into their pension, and it's like none of it goes out automatically, and woo.
That's a lot. That's a big step, isn't it?
I have no idea if I'm doing anything.
And how have you found support with that? Is that kind of for an accountant, or just a lot of people?
One of my clients she has like her own like HR business, so she's helped me with the contracts, and she recommended that I use Sage as my payroll software. So that's been really helpful. Otherwise, I would have just done it and made a mistake and then rectified it. Like, that is literally the only way that you can do stuff, is you make a mistake, or you know someone who's made the mistake before you.
I know it's all quite fresh at the minute, and it's all new, but so far, how are you a month in now?
Yeah, about a month in.
Would you have any advice to other nail techs looking to kind of expand? What would be...
If I were to employ a new nail tech again, what I would do is I would have the space for us to work side by side. So in my little shed,
Stop calling it a shed. It's a beautiful time.
My shed with windows. In there would have been space to have 2 desks, but obviously because I'm doing the foot health stuff, I've got a pedicure station instead. And ideally, I wouldn't be doing both at the same time, LOL. And I would have 2 desks next to each other, and we'd be sat and they'd be able to ask me questions, and it'd be one-to-one without it being forceful one-to-one every day.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be me micromanaging because I wouldn't be sat watching, or they wouldn't be sat watching me.
It'd be sort of a job shadow.
Yeah, it's like you're just kind of picking up as you go with me, because that is the way you learn with nails. Like we can talk about how bad the education system for nails in the UK is, but it still only will be a certain amount, and at that point you're going to be left to do your own thing. Like even college, one of the girls that I have gone to college, and she's fresh out of college, and it's completely different to being in college. The job is always different to what you learn, so it's that kind of like, I just would rather have been able to be with them a bit more, but that's why I'm giving them extra one-to-one time and stuff, and I am still with them, but that is, if I were to do it again, that is how I would do it.
And you just say it's like kind of timing, be like aware of timing then. Like it takes up quite a lot of your
my gosh, yeah, I did not realise how much, which sounds so naive because I'm hiring them and I know that I need to do one-to-one time with them, but I thought I would have enough time, but I don't think I would have enough time.
No.
And it's kind of like making the time and stuff, so it's a bit of a juggle, but yeah, I think I do.
Going on so far, and yeah, I love that. Fab. So I've got a quick fire round.
Yeah.
Then we've got a nightmare dilemma to solve.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you get on with your day. So, quick fire round. Coffee order.
A vanilla latte.
Beautiful. Dream celeb client.
Cynthia at Arrivo.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll notice this, but during like Wicked the film, her nails change throughout the film.
Yeah.
And she really like plugs her nail artist, and I just think also she's really sick. Like she's a proper cool person. So I feel like I'd love to do her nails.
Nail trend that you'd ban immediately.
Checkerboard. Fucking hate it. Fucking hate it.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's harder than it looks, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
I don't get asked for it that often. Do you?
No, and thank God.
Content creation or client work?
Client work, always.
Your most used nail product right now?
Vamp by Hona. That like dark reddy brown.
Mine's brown. Mine is brown. I'll show you mine. I think it might have been poured in the wrong bottle because I keep seeing it online and everyone else's is red and dark red and it looks gorgeous, and it's like, mine's brown. It's a lovely brown and clients pick it all the time, but it's
a
not.
reddy brown.
I'll let you look at mine and see.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe it just shows it better on camera or something, and I've not been filming it, but yeah. Anyway, your favourite nail shape to wear versus to do?
Me, like a really soft, like rounded shape, just natural. And then favourite to do, specifically going from a long almond down to a really short square. Love it. So you just do like a real file across, and it's like
satisfying.
Chef's kiss, yeah.
Proudest nail tech moment?
Hitting 20,000 on TikTok.
That's a big one.
Pretty cool. That happened
That's a
the
good
other
one.
week, yeah.
Something you're currently obsessed with, it can be nail or non-nail related.
So niche. Regular Aero chocolate. So not the mint Aero.
Right.
Regular Aero. Big bar. I've been eating at least one of them maybe every 3 days.
I thought you were going to say every day, so every 3 days is pretty good going.
Yeah, true.
If you weren't a nail tech, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be doing something else in the beauty industry. Like probably like brows or something. Yeah.
Sweet.
Really boring.
Would you ever training? I suppose you're going to be busy enough with your toes.
Yeah, I couldn't be arsed.
Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah.
Fab. So we've got a dilemma. Are you ready to be an agony aunt?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
So, I've been doing nails for 3 years and recently started offering pedicures. I had a lovely new client who booked a luxury pedi. Everything was going great until I politely mentioned she had a bit of hard skin build-up that I could help smooth it out. She went completely cold and later messaged saying I'd embarrassed her. She's now left a not so nice review saying that I was judgmental. I honestly meant it helpfully. I'm not a podiatrist, so I didn't want to say the wrong thing, but I also don't want to ignore something that could cause her discomfort. How do you handle situations like that? Should I have said nothing, or is there a better way to approach it next time?
I think for me, what it would always come down to is what the client's booked in for. If they've booked in for a luxury pedicure that includes hard skin removal, I would just remove it. and just get over it. But if they haven't and they're not aware and they didn't bring it up, I probably wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Realistically, hard skin on the foot is not going to be causing them any pain unless they've got like a corn, which they'll probably say like, oh, that bit of my foot hurts, or you know, when you've like scrubbed over it, there's a little bit of pain there. And then I would always let them lead. But I think that's why like having a consultation, really thorough consultation form of like what bothers you about your feet. Is it this? Is it hard skin? And just kind of, you know, if they're oblivious and it doesn't bother them, it's not for you to say, is probably where I would go with it.
Yeah, no, I could get on board with that. I think that's pretty good advice. I mean, I don't do tons of pedicures. I think the only thing I'd bring up is if it was something that meant I couldn't do the treatment. So if it was kind of, you know, at the start, oh, you've got signs of athlete's foot, or you've got signs of a fungal infection, I can't treat this, I would advise you go to the doctor or pharmacist and come back when you've been given the all clear kind of thing. But yeah, I think if it's something just like a bit of hard skin that's a bit more cosmetic, it's like they're booked in to get it removed anyway.
Yeah, especially, but that's I think the clear point is, what does your treatment entail? Because if someone booked in for an LM pedicure, then they are going to have the hard skin removed. Yeah. That is just facts, because that's literally what the whole procedure is about. And people will come in and they'll point to which bit that they're bothered by. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll focus the tonic on this bit and stuff. But yeah, some people are really ashamed by stuff, and your job is to kind of make them feel really comfortable in your your place, because it is your place, it's not theirs. Not to say, oh, have you seen this? Like, some things just come out as well, and how someone perceives that really is out of your control, but you always have to think the worst, I think.
Yeah, and I also think like the beauty industry in and of itself, like it used to have a bit of a bad rep for like not necessarily making people feel comfortable, and people were kind of intimidated by like beauty salons and things like that.
I still am.
And I think recently like it does feel like there's a more shift, like a bigger shift. I think especially in the nail world with private nail techs, and we don't always, you know, wear scrubs or a tunic, and it's like we are a little bit more accessible, and I think that's helped break down barriers to entry for clients. But I also think kind of making sure we're kind of approachable and soft about things as well, because, you know, it's like, you know, everyone's heard a story or had a story where they've gone to get their eyebrows done and the woman said, do you want your moustache done as well? And it's like, oh, well, I didn't, because I didn't know I had one, but now I'm wary of it. And you never want people to come to you and leave feeling kind of insecure.
Because that is what you're going to do.
And they're going to associate that feeling with visiting you. It doesn't matter how gorgeous the treatment was up to that point. If they've left your salon or your studio and they feel bad, they're going to associate it with you.
If we literally touched on it before, I think the best thing to do is ask them.
Yeah.
What bothers you about your feet? What bothers you? Do you have a hair that grows in any other areas that you don't like? Simple as that. You can upsell, but you can do it on their terms. If they don't mention that on the consultation form or when you're talking to them, don't say a word. Unless it prohibits you from carrying out the treatment, like you said. But that's why a thorough consultation form, like you should see the one for my Elim Pedi, it's like got a long list of, I mean, I'll show you both. It's got a long list of questions for both, because if they then say something that I can't do, especially because I use hypoallergenic products, you say, I have had a reaction, no, I don't know what it's to. Problem. And then, so what pedicures have you had previously? Elim, dry, wet, explain one. Never had one before. They're gonna have no idea what's going on. When was the last time you had one? Have you heard of LM before? Do you have any toenail infections? Do you suffer from any skin conditions on your feet or lower limbs? Because if they have psoriasis, then I'm going to know to not mention that, because they might be insecure that they have psoriasis. Or I probably shouldn't work on it. That's another point.
I do struggle sometimes with, you know, if somebody's got kind of, I think I do it quite well if they've got kind of eczema or psoriasis, and I'll just sort of, they'll usually mention it up front, and I'm like, not a problem, just let me know if it's painful in any way, and we'll adapt the treatment. And then it's more at the end, I'll just say, are you all right with like cuticle oil and sort of any hand cream, or would you prefer to use your own when you get home? Which I think is all right, but even then you can tell people feel very insecure about it, and it is like, beauty treatments are very personal, and like you said, you don't want people to leave with a new insecurity, do you? So
well, let's put here, are you sensitive to any of the following: dust, fragrance products, fumes? But yeah, this is literally my list of problems for feet. Dry skin, cracked heels, callus build-up, foot odour, itchiness, thickened nails, overgrown cuticles, and people will put that on there. You know, if they put a verruca, I'm going to immediately contact them and say, I can't do treatment whilst you have a verruca. You're going to have to go here, you're going to have to get it sorted. But say when I'm a foot health practitioner, I can get them in, I can say, you've put this here, we'll have to treat this first. We can either use this appointment to do that, or we can do both, or whatever.
Fab. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I feel like we've gone through loads of topics there. Normally I kind of stick to one topic per episode, but I think with you it was just a good opportunity because you're doing so much. Like, how could we pick one topic? So doing a bit of everything. I can't wait for the event in December. Super excited. So thank you for joining me. Do you want to show the camera your nails? We've gone for Horner's BFF, which is a gorgeous, like, iridescent, pinky, like, shimmery glitter colour art gel. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's part of, like, the sleepover-y kind of 90s-ish range. Yeah, I've got a few from that collection. I've got a blue one, I've got a green one, I've got a purple one, and they're super cute. And they catch the light really nicely.
You can see.
We wanted something slightly festive, and yeah. Where can people find you? I'm sure people know of you already, but just in case there's one of my listeners that doesn't, where are they finding you?
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Indz Inc. INDZ-INC. That's it. Buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket. Come to my event, please.
Yeah, if you would love to meet India in real life. 7th of December. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you could give it a like, subscribe, follow me everywhere, that would be amazing. And next week, we'll be back to talk all about being a nail tech with chronic health conditions. Bye. Bye.